here already? I didn't realize you guys were here already. I'm so excited to see you. I didn't even put my tea up. You're going to have to wait a minute. Carol, I just saw that Frostina's mom. That's funny. Give me 1 second. I got to go get my tea. Go lay down. Were you guys watching me the whole time while I was there fiddling around, telling you that I was going to have some fun today? There's Joshua. Joshua is all excited. Everybody say hi to Joshua. He's a youngster, and he's excited to be part of this group. So I invited all my family, but I don't know if they'll come because they're all working, you know. So what can I say? So how are you guys all? It seemed really strange. Oh, now the dog needs to go out. I'm sorry I left you. I had to go. She had to go. She had to go. Carol's here. Marsha's here. Candy's here from Ohio. And Faithy is here. Good. Mary, you like Quinny? She's cute until she wants to go out when I'm just starting alive. Carol says she's bigger than me. Yes, she is. You know, I'm surprised I didn't have a black eye this morning because I was playing with her yesterday and we knocked faces together. So it was kind of strange. Terry Sue watched a movie that has my dog in it. Robbie's here. I got to tell you about my tea. I'm having tea instead of coffee. Do you all have your coffee with you? I'm having tea, and a good friend of mine gave this to me. I think I showed you the other day. But I wanted to make a big deal out of the fact that I am drinking out of my mother's teacup. This is my mother's teacup. It'll probably be one of the things that I'm going to have to get rid of when I declutter, if I ever declutter. But this is the tea. Whoops. I don't know where this is going, but I have a leg, so I don't even know what I'm doing. But this is the tea. It's called Vanilla Comaro, and it's a creamy, decaffeinated indulgence. So Mary's drinking water. How are you all doing with your water challenge? I haven't talked very much about it. I'm doing pretty good. Candy has coffee. That coffee video was kind of interesting, I guess. Hi, Debbie Sue. Carol from Broke But Bountifully Blessed. She says her little dog can pull her off balance. How can I control Quinny? Well, it's not easy. But she's old enough. She's 6 years old, so she's better. We have our routines and stuff, but I wouldn't dare take her for a walk outside because she can knock me over. And, you know, if she ever saw another dog and she wanted to run to the dog, that would not be good. But Debbie Sue, I'm happy to see you, honey. And Marcia, are you saying sounds yummo? Are you talking about my tea? It is. It's really, really good. Now, I never would have purchased this on my own, but I'm delighted that I'm using my mother's teacup. It's a Van Gogh, if you can tell. I don't even know if I'm showing it to you on the screen. Renee from Dear Heart Studios. She's sending me hugs and chuckles. Thank you so much. Pam's Story for Humans. I'm so glad that you came. Joshua wants to know if I have an iPad. No, I do my videos on a desktop computer and then I have a phone. Oh, I've got to tell you about the phone. Do you think you'll ever see the video on the Apple Tart? I'm not sure, because I can't, all of a sudden I can't transfer my videos from my phone to the computer. So I'm working on that. Dustin tried to help me the other day and we thought we had it fixed, but we didn't. So I have another plan. Faithy says I should save this teacup and I can declutter other things. I can declutter other cups because I have plenty. I can't wait to show you my decluttering in the bathroom. And I'm going to ask you when I do it, if you can see all the changes I made. So I'll post that video that I did, the, whatchamacallit, the tour of the bathroom. It was so bad, but I don't want to say too much about it because I'll tell you when I do that video if I can ever figure out how to get the phone to work. Hi, Candy. 2 Candies. I have a cousin Candy, too. Robbie, that's interesting about the lady coming to your door by accident looking for someone and we had a prayer. I wonder what that was about. Debbie Sue says you're not getting rid of that cup. Well, I don't think I will now because the vote's in. Keep saying it. Hi, Ann. Connie says waves. Hi, Candy. There are no accidents, Faithy says. You're talking about that prayer, aren't you? Joshua says hi to Faithy. Mary, keep the cup. I'm going to keep the cup. But I don't usually drink from delicate cups like this. Remember when we used to have nice little teacups? Now they make bird feeders out of them. Nobody wants them. Marcia's asking if I have a lot of stuff on my phone and that I should make room. I saw it, Marcia. I see every comment that you make. You're one of my favorite people, besides everyone else, of course. I don't want anyone to feel... Terry, Candy is a stripper name. She says if she was a stripper, she was going to be Trixie. Okay, I'm going to keep my cup. Carol from Broke But Bountifully Blessed. I was thinking about you yesterday as I was preparing a video. It's coming up, I think, I'm not sure with this new schedule. I've been kind of strange. But I was talking about frugal, being frugal. And unfortunately, I didn't, you are a very good example of being frugal, Carol. And I wanted to use you, but I get so worked up when I'm doing the videos that I forget half the stuff I'm doing. Catherine loved those cups too. My girlfriend, the one who just passed away, I told you about, her name is Nuge. She used to collect them, and she had a whole, she had like a curio cabinet. It was a tall cabinet that she had in her kitchen, and it was all teapots, and it was teacups, and it was very pretty. And her wallpaper, she had a wallpaper border with teacups on the top. So, Marcia says those sunflowers still look amazing. If you looked up close, you wouldn't think that they were so amazing. They're getting bad. One of them collapsed the other day, but from a distance you can see it. Karen, what's your favorite pastime? Did I miss that? I don't see where you said it's your favorite pastime. Hi, Ann. Debbie Sue, I love your stories. You all should watch Debbie Sue on Friday afternoons because she does fabulous stories. And Marcia, that she writes herself, and she reads them, and then she explains the meaning of them, and it's really, really nice. And Marcia's doing a Bible study. So Marcia from Kansas Misfits, and Carol from Broke But Bountifully Blessed, and Pam. Where are you, Pam? Tell us where your channel is. Karen's decluttering and reorganizing. Is anyone listening to Kentucky Life with Debbie? She reads books. She read the one with Anne of Green Gables. I forget which one she's reading now, but she has a lot of people that really enjoy listening to it. I love all those hearts going up. Make sure you all check and make sure that you're subscribed, okay? And you have to like, because that'll count. If you've noticed, the viewers are going down, down, down. But I think it's happening all over YouTube. So, what can I say? Yes, The Secret Garden. That's what Debbie Sue says. She's reading The Secret Garden now. Catherine, you're doing vlogs about your international retired life in New Zealand. How cool is that? How often, Catherine, do you do them? And how do we get to your channel? Either post it here or post it on the comments so everybody can go. Northern Sparrow, she's driving down from the Pacific coast. I'll be listening while I drive. Do you live in an RV, Northern Sparrow? Oh, Faithy says we have to hit the like button. We're 20 behind. Come on, come on. Yes, now, hopefully I won't lose these. If I do, email it to me, okay, Catherine? Hi, Laura. Very nice to see you. I got on kind of early by mistake. Everybody was watching me while I was trying to write a description. Well, you all know I'm not technically. Marcia says hers shows 2 thumbs up. I'm leaving and coming back to see if it goes up. Catherine is asking, is this a regular time? Well, I'm thinking that it's going to be a regular time because I changed my I changed my schedule. I'm taking Sundays off, and I decided to do a live on Tuesdays, but I'll tell you, I've been spending all day long waiting to do this. So I'm not sure that that's too good for me, but I might adapt and I might get used to it. I did find that that little change in schedule was helpful. It was good for me. Well, I don't see Dustin on here yet, and I don't see Ben, and I don't see Melody, and Erica said she might come on. Quirky Carlotta, you had your alarm set for 3. Where do you live? Yes, Janine, Sunday is the Lord's Day, and I decided to do that, and it worked out really well for me. Of course, I did have some computer glitches, which I had to call Dustin again, which really annoyed me. But it is what it is. Carol, Frostina's mom. Faithy didn't like what she said. Terry Sue says, I go live at any given moment. Set your notification. Well, the last one I did, was that the last? I don't know, but the one at 4 o'clock, 4 a.m., you'll never see that again because it took me about 2 weeks to get over that. I was so wiped out. And you're right, I do have a gypsy spirit. I'm thinking that Northern Sparrow, she has a self-built Dodge ProMaster van, and that she did herself with a little bit of help. Well, you guys can see the comments. But anyway, my father always wanted to drive cross country when he retired, and we all bought him all his camping equipment. And you know what happened? He never went. He had all the things that he was going to do. He wanted to drive cross country. So you need to follow your dreams while you can. You have to follow. Oh, Carol liked it 3 times. She's the reluctant veg granny. That's cute, Carol. Susan, thank you for saying that you love my videos. I am very pleased because one of the things that I'm happiest about is this community. And we actually have a lot of fun. And Mary says, thank God, because that 4 a.m. nearly killed me. It nearly killed me too. But this community is awesome. So anyone who is new, you really should consider subscribing because we actually have a lot of fun and we really don't care too much if we lose subscribers or gain subscribers. And you very rarely see a negative comment, which is really very nice. Marcia from Kansas Misfit is walking again. Yay. Jeannie Murma, missed some of the live. We haven't been here that long. Oh, Penny, you always say that. Thank you so much. You know how good you guys are for me? It's really amazing. You make me feel good. Joshua was asking me what's the difference between DSL and cable. Joshua, you're asking the wrong person. I don't have any clue. It's amazing that I've gotten this far with pretty much minimal help. Oh, Penny, thank you. Mary says I'm too cute. Aren't I adorable? I wish Erica was here so she could hear you say that. Marcia, is it your birthday? Happy birthday to you, honey. That means you're older and wiser. Quirky Carlotta, she's going to do a crochet project. You're going to do sunflowers. Are you going to make it into like a bouquet? Or are you going to make it into an afghan or a blanket? Terry Sue, my mother smeared her cherries in the snow on her lips. It cracked me up. Well, it is kind of a bright color. My daughter, Erica, which I was going to say if she came on, but it's early yet. She got it. And she said, Mom, it's kind of bright. And I said, Erica, if I can wear it, you can wear it. Right? Did I show you these things the other day? Can you see it? This is a cherries. Life is like a bowl of cherries until you reach the pits. Mary, I will tell Erica. She spells it with a K, so you better fix that. She's fussy. And look what else I got. Cherries. This tea, actually, this tea is staying kind of warm in this cup. Susan says she doesn't have any lips for lipstick because her teeth are in their cup. Oh, you're funny. Hi, Carol. Do you know how great you guys are? I don't know if I told you that. Penny, penny, penny. It's in the description, but I'll share it again. That's fine. Just send me a card. Don't send me any presents. And let's talk about the cards for a minute because I've gotten hundreds of cards. And at first when I was getting them, I was trying to respond to everybody and making them a card and stuff. But I lost track of it and I haven't been doing it. And I've received a lot of cards, so I feel bad about that. But there's no way that I can go back and figure out who did it. I couldn't do it anyway. So I'm just saying I appreciated every one of them. Did I tell you when Erica took me out for my birthday dinner, I brought the whole bag of cards and I made her look at them while we were waiting for our meal? And she says, you want me to look at every one? I said, yes, I want you to see my friends. Yes, Mary, that was Irma Bombeck's favorite quote. Quirky Carlotta, she's going to make a bouquet of sunflowers. That's awesome. Where's the lemon and Laura, do you like that True Lemon? I've tried it and I didn't think it made much of a difference, but a lot of people really like it. So I feel like Candy wants to know if anyone ever calls me Cindy. I bet you can guess who in this community calls me Cindy. No one else in the whole wide world is able to call me Cindy. But I let him get away with it. It's Woody. Do you see how he calls me Cindy all the time? And Cavalon, she calls me Cinzers. And for some reason, I really like that. Cindy, I let Woody get away with it because I like Woody. So. Oh, are you getting commercials? I'm sorry. But I guess it's part of the deal. Oh, we only have 43 likes, but 60 people are on here. What's happening? What kind of info am I giving, Terry? You do know that when I do videos that seem like they're kind of educational, that I am not an expert in anything. Kim, hello. Connie says that her family is coming this weekend for her birthday. Do you want to share how old you are, Connie? And you are very blessed that they're coming to see you on your birthday. That is really awesome. I'm being quiet. Marsha and Faithy are talking about Marsha's Bible study. And I told you guys I started reading the Bible. And I started reading the Catholic Bible because my daughter-in-law, Melody, who you met the last time we did a live, she mentioned that the Catholic and the Protestant Bibles were different. And hello, Kim. Nice to see you. So I decided to read one and then read the other. My plan was I was going to read one chapter, one book, then read another book. But what I decided to do was to go through the whole thing because I'm intrigued with it, actually. I'm having a hard time putting it down. So, oh, Connie's 75. You're catching up to me. Can you believe, how did we ever get to be this old? What do you think that the younger folks, I know Joshua does, appreciates our wisdom? I don't know. Retired Gypsy, hi. What's the average age of this group? Terry Sue, does your mom watch or is she not able to? Yes, Mary, I did get your email. Didn't I respond? Because my emails are... Yes, I did get your email. It's coming back to me. I know exactly. Yes, I did, and I'm going to follow up on that. Laura made a... Faithy, you're going to be 75? Yeah, I mean, after a while, the birthdays get kind of boring. No surprise parties. Carol is 72 years young. That's really good. Penny's 62. Penny, you're young. Ann is 72 in September. Karen is 68. I'm reading these things. You guys can see them, but I'm reading them anyway because I don't know what to say. Isn't it amazing that I'm at a loss for words? I think that the average age, I know the average one group is between 60 and 80, and it's mostly women. There are a few men, but I think the only man that participates is Woody. And he loves us. He always finds something that he can help me with. And I appreciate that. I chuckle every single time I see his his comments. Nancy, you're here? Oh my goodness. Marsha, you're going to be 64. You're a baby too. Robbie, 75. Oh, okay. Thanks, Kim. Okay, I will do that. Kim just gave me a hint. Faithy says, I was talking about Woody, and Faithy says, oh my goodness, I chuckle when he says first. He is trying to be first, and he is special, so. Anyway. Retired Gypsy says, Candy, you're a youngster. And Mary says, we are the best. Well, I don't know how many times I should tell you this, but I really do think that this is the best community on YouTube. I'm not wrong. Joshua is nervous about his iPad. It restarts twice during his update. Joshua, I don't know anything about computers. Marsha loves making homemade gravy. You made a homemade cherry pie. Was it last week or the week before? Nancy loves her homemade gravy in a jar. Come on, Nancy. You have to become a homesteader. Do any of you watch those homesteader channels? Because they do everything from scratch. And I was trying to do that, but Vera says hi. Hi. Just keep telling us. That's what I'm trying to do. Come on, we need some more people commenting so I can have something to talk about. Debbie Sue, Debbie Sue says, yes, I watch some homestead channels, and do you have a favorite one? I used to watch Tess, Mobile Home Life. She's pretty good, and she's very frugal, and she does everything from scratch. Connie watches Hometown. I'm not sure what that one is. Carol from Broken but Bountifully Blessed, she watches Homesteaders. You know what's happened is, and I hope it doesn't happen to this channel, but when channels become successful and they grow and they grow and they grow, what happens is they're not as realistic and they're not as easy to relate to, I don't think. That's what I found. I used to watch a lot of homemaking channels, and they were, well, I told you this too, they were changing their pillows on their couch every week. Who does that? Not a normal person. Okay. Carol from Broke but Bountifully Blessed just made ketchup from spaghetti sauce for the first time. Wow. A lot of people make mayonnaise too. Retired Gypsy, do I go into any fall festivals? Well, I used to go to this, of course I can't think of it right now. the Common Ground Fair, and it's fabulous. It's in Unity, Maine, and they have so many vendors and so many farm stands and all that. It's really a lot of fun. And then there's the Blue Hill Fair, which is fun too. I'm having a hard time keeping up with you. So those fall festivals are good. No, I haven't been to the Common Ground Fair for 2 years because I can't walk the distance. Kim says she doesn't watch homesteading channels for that reason. It's too hard for me to comprehend how wonderful they look now, and I have a homestead. Hearing it won't look like that wonderful, but I'm doing my best. Oh, Kim, are you the one who has the animals? Terry, who says they're not? Terry Sushi says she's not composting her poop unless we have to someday. Well, that's a relief. I don't want to be invited over your house if you're going to do that. Oh, Connie says hometown is a homemaker over show. I know that one, and I like them. Nancy's getting ads for Google. You know, I know that they're putting ads on my channel, but they're not as sophisticated as they seem. They're not user-friendly, that's for sure. If I can figure out, oh, Carol's here from Plain Vanilla Grandma. She just hasn't come up with anything to contribute after she said hi to everybody. Well, Carol had to set her alarm so that she could make it to this, so everybody's saying hi to Plain Vanilla Grandma Carol. She has the cutest little dogs. Nancy is in the high desert and it's finally cool. And Mary says, wow, I'm in New York. Anybody in Maine? Is there anyone who lives in Maine? Come on, there's got to be someone. Maine is a big state, and they have the highest census of elderly people, too. Pat K says, hi, everybody. Oh, Terry Sue said her late husband saw his neighbor putting human poo on his tomato plant. He could never eat tomatoes again. I'm sorry. I don't have anything to say to that. My friend Ann, who doesn't seem to be on here, she had a garden, and we did a garden tour at the beginning of the summer, and she gave me some tomatoes from her garden, and I've been enjoying. I had 3 BLTs this week because I fried up a pound of bacon, and I don't usually do that. KN did. She says the Catholic Bible is just a few extra books. Protestant Bible has 66, and the Catholic has 72. Karen says she's from Massachusetts. Whereabouts? Oh, you maybe don't want to say. Are you near Worcester or Boston or Northern? Pat K is from Virginia. A South Dakota person. I've got to go get the dog. Sorry for deserting you, but Quinny needed attention, so I had to go. All right, where did I miss where the person that I asked Karen. I asked Karen if she lived in northern or southern Massachusetts or central. Mary says she would love to see Mount Rushmore. I saw it once, and I was young, I was like 20, and we drove cross country on our honeymoon, and we camped at Mount Rushmore, and it was awe-inspiring because I had never seen, anything like that before. So I was just a kid and we didn't have money and I never went anyplace. So we camped all the way across the country in this little pop-up tent. So I remember Mount Rushmore very well. And let me see. Janine wants to know how tall I am. Well, I used to be 5'8", now I'm 5'5.5". Sometimes they say 5'5", and sometimes they say 5'6", so I figure I'm 5.5, because most of them don't know how to how to do the heights anyway. You know what I'm saying? So Karen, you're in southwestern Massachusetts. So is that like near Sturbridge and stuff? I have a sister who lives in Terry Sue, you like listening to Quinny? Sloshing. She has a big 6-quart pot. I don't know. It's a big pot, that you would make a beef stew or something in. And if I fill it all the way up, she puts her whole face in it and then she slobbers. She doesn't drool or anything, but she will shake her head when it's full of water. I know I look taller than that. I always have looked taller. I don't know why. That picture that I showed you with my sisters when they came to visit was shocking when I saw it. I look so tall. You're right on the Connecticut border. Karen is right on the Connecticut border. My sister lives in Sturbridge. That's why I was asking. And then I have someone who lives in, I'm not sure, Rhode Island someplace. See, we're all shrinking. There's Evie's retired. She's saying hi. Hi, Evie. Kimmy says that her dog likes listening to Quinny drinking water. She was whimpering. Oh, that's funny. Well, she should watch Senior Insights more often and she'll hear it. Laura, you're 5'4.5". Evie, you're 5'9" or 10". Evie says she's 5'9" or 5'10". Have you lost any height? Because everyone else who's reporting their height has shrunk. We're shrinking away to nothing. But I bet our weight hasn't changed. I know mine hasn't. Caro from Plain Vanilla Grammar likes to hear Quinny drink. Caro from Plain Vanilla Grammar, I love watching your videos. Terry Sue says osteoporosis is a woman's problem for sure. Yeah, I guess men can get it, but women get it really bad. How many of you have osteoporosis? Let me know. Let us know. We need to know that we're all in the same boat so we can support each other. because we need support. You know, I was thinking as I was preparing a video the other day, well, today actually, was how many of us are out there and we're all alone and we're lonely? Hi, Susan. I think it's pretty common and not necessarily a fun thing. Let's forget that. We're going to talk fun. Laura Zelny, she says in the past 2 years she's gone from a woman's 18 to a woman's 14. How did you do that? Laura, what did you do? Somebody in this community does intermittent fasting. Does anyone do that? I think Woody does something like some kind of fasting. Karen has osteopenia. Yep. I have a good one for you. How many of you have had 5 broken ribs at one time? Evie says she didn't know she needed friends until she got them. I think I would have to agree with you, Evie. I didn't really particularly like having friends because I'm doing a whole thing on friends in a couple of days too. And I am so delighted that I have found you. And even though you're virtual, that's okay. That's okay because we talk every day. So, Faithy she has osteopenia. Hi, V. How are you? Laura, you write down your calories every day. See, that would be the downfall of me. Nancy, you only had 2 broken ribs when you fell? V, I'm glad you caught me when I'm alive. When I'm live. When I'm alive. Does everybody know Evie from retired at 60 or 60? Evie, tell us what your channel name is. I get confused with some. V is asking me that she's telling me that she's good and she's happy to see me. How have you been? I have been really good. I have to say that this week, because of the change in schedule, has been a little strange for me. Because it's different, because I'm usually very busy trying to do my videos. And I was coming to the point where I was thinking, these videos aren't cutting it. And I don't want to burn myself out because I get anxious, and we all know that we need to take care of ourselves first. So, but when I don't, like I felt guilty that we didn't have one this morning. But if we do a live once a week in the afternoon, that actually works good for me because I don't have to prepare a video because you guys do all the talking. Oh no. Terry says that they were in a car wreck last year and her ribs were bruised but oh so sore for weeks. Broken ribs must be horrifying. V, your consistencies, V says, my consistency is very inspiring to me. Well, I have posted a video every single day, except I think it's 2 or it might be 3, and those were all because of computer glitches that I had no control over. And I find those very frustrating. I get really worked up about it. Either the internet is down or I can't figure something out. Now I can't transfer that stupid Apple recipe that I keep promising you. I am not going to promise you anything anymore. I try to do good. So it doesn't sound like anyone had 5 broken ribs. I did. Just about 2 years ago. I fell backwards. I was outside. I fell backwards. And oh my goodness. The story is I went to the hospital because I was in so much pain. And they told me there was nothing wrong with me. So I came home feeling like I was a hypochondriac, that how could I have so much pain? But I had to go back, and they did a CAT scan, and I had 5 broken ribs. So that was so painful. It was really bad. You can't, it affects your breathing, it affects your sleeping, it affects moving, all that. But anyway. Evie is saying, this is the first live I have caught in time, and I knew Debbie Sue would be here too. Debbie Sue she's such a good supporter, isn't she? Joshua wishes he could meet Faithy. Joshua, I'm glad that you feel welcome here. Judy B. So happy to see you and can't wait to see your progress with the bathroom decluttering. Can you believe how dirty that was and how much stuff was in it? I'm going to tell you how many bags of trash that I actually took out of it. I was saving them, but you know, me and trash, I put them on the porch and then I bring them in, then I don't forget. And then, not that there was any food in them, but I got a lot of trash. And I was surprised at how dirty things were, even in the cabinets and in the drawers. You know, I threw away 6 combs that first day, 6 brushes. I probably had more, but I can't remember. Marcia had a friend her name was Heather, that was in a car crash. Every bone in her right leg was crushed, foot 2, broken ribs, head concussion. Marcia, did she make it? Mary has to go. She has to go take a phone call. You better come back. We'll be disappointed. We need you here. Make sure you liked. There's 66 people on and there's only 58 likes. Is it that bad? No. It's fun. Have any of you seen Evie's birds? We always talk about cats and dogs, and I have my tortoise, but Evie has the most beautiful bird. And someone on here had homing pigeons at one time. Now, I can't remember who it was. Kayan did. I'm in Alabama, but used to be in Massachusetts. Evie's reassuring me that she liked as soon as she got here. Everybody needs to check, actually, to make sure that you're subscribed, because some of you have been bounced off. Some of you have checked and have not been subscribed. Subscribed, is that what I'm trying to say? And you thought you were. So please, try and do that. But YouTube is kind of funny. I think they purge the subscriptions as well. So I am really happy that we're having so many views. So many people came. I'm really happy about that. Terry Sue says she should get a parakeet. Her granny always had parakeets. Evie, are parakeets called budgies? Retired Gypsy, she loves my Van Gogh cup. It's beautiful. It was my mother's. Emerald Patterson, I want you to know you're my inspiration. I'm so inspiring. Thank you. Oh, Christy, hi. She almost missed the live. Oh, no. Very good, Connie. You know, on those days that I'm not, on Monday when I don't do Sunday when I don't do a video, you should watch some of the old ones. You will laugh. The people that have been here for a long time. Bye, Penny. She has to go back to work. Bye, honey. They're pretty bad. And some of you, Christy D, Ann, and Elizabeth, and Kimberly, they have stuck with me through thick and thin. So, they are really funny. But even the old ones get, the views count and the comments count. Sandy, hello. Let's try for 70. Okay. Come on, we're at 66 right now. Sandy, hey, hello. Nancy, you have a Van Gogh stuffed doll I got at the Getty Museum. How cool is that? Christy says that's because we love you. Oh, I love you guys too. I'm going to do a thing about love too. We're going to talk about it. Evie says a budgie is short for budgerigar. American calls them parakeet. A parakeet is a parrot with a long tail. I am sure you are happy to know this. I've had lots of parakeets. But recently, I have had the urge, before I got my tortoise, I decided I was going to get a canary. But I couldn't find one that was reasonably priced. Nancy, I missed what you said. She says, I know I love him. I paid a fortune too. I got to find out what it is. Candy wants to know how I broke 5 ribs. Oh, it's a long story. I could do a video on it. It was painful. Evie Eclectus is one of the most beautiful birds. It is. Carol is leaving. Bye, Carol. Make sure you check your likes and whatever. Terry Sue, that's awful. My experience with the parakeets were that I had them against a wall and they were really messy. There was bird poop against the wall all the time. Maybe the cage wasn't enough, or maybe I should have done something else. I don't know. So, Terry Sue, did you ever get another parakeet? I don't think so. Karen, you had a Van Gogh themed living room? How cool is that? That's pretty cool. If this cup wasn't my mother's, I'd send it to you. But I have to keep it so my kids can throw it away when I leave this life. Okay, we're almost at 70 likes. 69. Pat K said, Terry Sue, I threw my hand over my mouth when I read that. And Terry Sue said she was sad, and they buried it in the garden with the tomatoes. Did you put a marker on it? We used to do that. Kathy, better late than never. Yes, I'm so glad you showed up. Kathy, yay, we got 71 likes, Connie. Thank you. Kathy, make sure you like and make sure you subscribe. How's that for a beggar? Make sure you like. So, well, I don't see any of my kids. You're not going to have the... Well, they might come yet. It's early. So, I don't know if we should stick this out until... Oh, we just have 15 more minutes. Can you hang in for 15 more minutes, guys? Neon Coffee Cat, you're from Australia. It's 5:45 a.m. Are you another one of those people that gets up so early? I know, you just got up. Just to watch this live. I'm so glad that you did. Faithy's eating her salad while she's watching us. Wouldn't it be nice? Judy is wondering what I clip on Quinny. Is it a GPS? No, she has a run that comes right up to the door, and I clip the run to her collar. She's very accustomed to it. Evie says that cockatiels love to sing, especially the males. I didn't know that. I thought that they just screeched and squawked. Well, me, you were number 71. Let's get 75. I think we're going to hold steady right here. That's okay. This is pretty impressive. Joshua says if he was at Faithy's house, they could talk about updates and everything. Oh, Joshua, someday you have to tell us you're blind, so how do you know what we're saying? Can you... I'd be interested in knowing that. Terry Sue wants to know how much coffee I've had. I haven't had too much because I had one of those flavored coffees. So, you know, and I leave it overnight if I make a big pot the next day. That's one of my frugal things. Or would you call it cheap things? I don't know. But I do it. But so I think I only had 1 cup of coffee. This is decaf tea. Did I show you the tea? This is it. Good friend gave it to me. Fancy tea bags, too. I can't open the can. But my daughter Erica, she was into tea there for a while, and she was, you know, brewing tea leaves and all that. Christy says she had a cockatiel that used to tweet, "Pop goes the weasel." How did you teach the cockatiel to do that? I used to try and teach the parakeets because they supposedly can talk. I could never do it. Evie doesn't, she's going to make some coffee, and she meant to comment that she only drinks decaf coffee, and she knows I don't like it, but Maud's is very good. You're fortunate that you don't drink caffeine because it's It's not good for you. Connie says she needs to get some pumpkin spice cold foam. What the heck is that? Kathy said she had a pet pigeon when she was a kid. Kathy, are you the one that had the, what do they call those birds? The homing pigeons. It's like the Neo Coffee Cat. It's like the parakeet has to want to talk to you. I just had a lazy one. Oil me. Yes, Joshua is blind and he's autistic. Christy says if we whistled the song to him over and over, he would finally do it. Texas Rose says she taught a parakeet how to say pretty bird. Laura says she got rid of all seed oils, no pasta, rice, or potatoes. Oh, I'm addicted to carbs. Kathy's dad did have the homing pigeons. But what Connie says, you put the cold foam on your coffee or your cold brews. Well, I'm trying to figure out what exactly is a cold brew. How is it made? Is it iced coffee? Is it just regular brewed coffee poured over ice? Or is there a special process to make cold brewed coffee? We have 72 likes. Janine's cooking pasta now. Janine, do you make your own sauce? Oh, Faithy's in New England someplace. You're in Arkansas, Joshua? Yes, Kathy, I remember her pigeon flew to school with her every day. She said it was the best pet ever. I think that is so cool. Don't you? Her pigeon went to school with her and would sit on the window. I think I remember you saying that. Oh, Karen said her father had fantail pigeons. Now, Karen, are those fantail pigeons, are they homing pigeons or are they just a fancy bird? Maybe we can make 80. It's slow. Oh, it's actually at 75 now. Maybe we can make 80. Now, if my kids would come on, then that would be the 80. Joshua, have you heard of a screen reader, or do you have a screen reader? Kim, you put potatoes in pasta? I never heard of that. Christy's dog followed her school bus and had to call Mom to come pick them up. I didn't have a pet when I was a kid. Kathy's going to send us a picture of her pigeon, her and her pigeon. Michelle McCoy, hi. She says, I watch you every day. I never miss a board meeting. May I be the secretary? Yes, you can. I don't know if Faithy is the secretary or not. She's the treasurer and she's in charge of the chairs too. Faithy, you need to tell her what she can do. Susan says we're overrun with pigeons here and it's against the statutes to feed wild birds. Of course, my husband feeds them because he misses our bird terribly. I told him I won't pay his bill if he gets caught. Janine says potatoes and pasta, yuck. Well, they do make some kind of potatoes that, what do they call, pierogies? They're mashed potatoes wrapped in pasta. I think that's what they are. So Joshua says he's never been to Massachusetts. How many of you have been to Maine? I know you don't live here, but how many of you have been here? Oh, we got 3 minutes left. We didn't make it. We need 3 more likes. That's all we needed. Nancy Barta has been to Maine. Pat Kay has been to Maine. Michelle has never been to Maine. Faithy, Wells Beach and York. Faithy, did you go to Hampton Beach in New Hampshire? Christy, you've been to Maine? Abby says she's seen Maine on the map. Karen says mashed potatoes, farmer's cheese, and pierogies. Connie came to Maine and it was in the fall. Christy went to Acadia National Park. We just have 1 more to go if we can stick it out. Karen says Maine is her favorite place on earth. Just 1 more. Faithy had a cottage at Hampton Beach in New Hampshire, which is very close to the Maine line. And so it's easy from the middle of Massachusetts. Retired Gypsy. Does your daughter have a channel? Tell us about it. Oh, we hit 80, guys. I think I should let you go now because we've been talking for 1 hour and 15 minutes. Don't you think that's long enough? Nancy says that this was more than fun. I'm glad you came, Nancy. I'm glad you said that. Connie, we made it. We have 80 likes. So I'm going to shut this down now. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, make sure you come back tomorrow. And I'll see you tomorrow. Throw up some hearts on your way out. Very good. We have 81. Now I won't be able to go. Bye.